I've had 3 miscarriages. One of them was after a year of trying after having my son, and the other 2 were after my first rainbow baby. After my first miscarriage, we found out that we actually suffer from secondary infertility, and so it was really difficult to have had a baby within reach and then have to turn to medical intervention to have another one. And we were blessed enough to get pregnant actually without medical intervention, and I thought that that was like our big sign that it was our time to have the baby. And the second one stopped growing in utero, and we lost it at our 12-week ultrasound. There was no heartbeat, so that was really devastating. All 3 of them were devastating in the fact that I had such high hopes and dreams with each one. The third one actually came in the middle of my daughter's surgery for her heart, and so it was really difficult to have to deal with both at the same time. But we waited and waited, and I actually had given up hope after the third one that we were going to have any more children and I was going to have that opportunity to hold a baby. My first daughter has a congenital heart defect that I wasn't able to hold her as a baby for a really long time, and I really wanted that opportunity to do that again. And with every loss, I felt it was just not going to happen. And then 4 years later, our littlest Jillian came along and has given me that opportunity. So our first rainbow baby is Brianna, and we tried really hard to get her, and it was hard because she was born with a heart defect that she's struggled with, but is now thriving with. And once we had our other 2 miscarriages and Jillian came along, I was really scared the whole pregnancy. We actually didn't tell family until I was almost 18 weeks along, but Jillian stayed in there and I ended up having a fairly good pregnancy with her, and she is an amazing little bundle of light for us. I can remember having Jillian in the hospital and holding her and just crying for hours when nobody was there with me, because I was getting that opportunity, the final chance, the final piece of our family to have her and to have an opportunity to have a child and to do the things that as a mother I thought I didn't do with my first 2. And I looked at her and I said, this is it. This is you. You're gonna bring so much joy and light to our family, and she has. I would say that you always have to remember that there is a little glimmer of hope, even though we were told by doctors we would never have any more children. Even though we had family that maybe kind of looked at us and said, haven't you been through enough loss? Like, do you really want to have that opportunity again to have a loss? That it's worth it, and that the heartache just morphs and it changes and it allows you to remain hopeful. And it's hard because with miscarriages you see everybody around you having babies, and you really want to have that opportunity and you think it should be so easy, but to just never lose the faith that if you really want something, that it can be achieved. And it may not come in the time frame like it did for us. It came years and years later, or it came after medical intervention like we did with Brianna, but it will come. I would like to say that it's not easy. It's not an easy path, and I think people who even say that it was an easy path for them, I think that they kind of lie. And life is full of ups and downs, and the joy that it eventually brings is worth it.